Hey guys, how's it going? So in this episode of Boxing Fundamentals, we're going to be taking a look at the jab and the different uses and in fact the different kinds of jabs. This video is going to feature Gennady Golovkin and Canelo Alvarez. So this of course is Boxing Fundamentals episode 3. I hope you enjoyed the video. So of course the jab is widely regarded as the most important punch in boxing. The jab is delivered by the lead hand, and the lead hand is always closer to the target than the trailing hand, and therefore the jab is an exceptional weapon for leading against your opponent. The jab is perfect for setting up combinations and powerful punches, and can in fact be used as a power punch in itself if you drive off your trailing foot and bring your entire body weight behind the jab. The jab can be used to disrupt your opponent, it can be used to score points going forward or backwards, and in fact can be used to maintain, create, or close the distance between yourself and your opponent. These are just some of the uses of the jab and why it's widely regarded as the most important punch in boxing, and it's something that every boxer needs to know how to do. Now there are many variations of the jab. In this video we're going to take a look at the most common variation, which is the stiff jab or the step jab, and this jab involves taking a quick step forward with the lead foot as you shoot the jab. This allows you to bridge the distance between yourself and your opponent and land the jab. So here you see Canelo takes a very quick step forward as he shoots this jab. Now stepping forward with the lead foot allows you to bridge the gap between yourself and of course your opponent. The stiff jab is therefore widely used to cover short to medium distances. Because only the lead foot steps forward, the boxer's stance often becomes too wide to actually follow up with their trailing hand. With that said, of course you can follow up with your power hand after a step jab if you take a quick step forward with your trailing foot. And here we see Canelo Alvarez demonstrate an absolutely perfect step jab. The technique is 100% perfect with this jab. Now by stepping the lead foot forward and twisting or snapping the wrist at the end of the jab, you increase not only the explosiveness of the jab but also the power of the jab. Now this step jab is such a quick punch, but the technique and execution, like everything else in boxing, is paramount.
Great jab.
And here we see Gennady Golovkin demonstrate the perfect jab technique. Notice that Golovkin does not flare out his elbows and thereby telegraph the jab, but also weaken the jab. Golovkin shoots the jab in a straight line directly to his target. It's a straight line trajectory. Notice also Golovkin remains defensively responsible. Now be careful not to put too much weight on your lead foot when you shoot the stiff jab or the step jab. You don't want too much weight on your lead foot as it will negatively affect your balance. Your head of course naturally leans in a little bit when you jab, but don't push your chin out towards your opponent. Keep yourself within yourself. Now of course when you jab, you should always push your shoulders out far enough so that your lead shoulder is level with your jaw. This allows you to get the maximum range with your jab, and it also maximizes the power of your jab. Even more important than all of this is that it protects you. It keeps you defensively responsible. And again, great offense has built-in defense. See how Canelo Alvarez has his chin protected by his lead shoulder as he shoots the jab. The distance between your jaw and your lead shoulder should be very, very small. It should be in fact as small as possible. Canelo Alvarez is defensively responsible as he jabs.
Golovkin pops the jab out.
The driving force and the power behind the jab is your feet and your hip rotation. By stepping the lead foot forward or to the left, you jolt your body forward and generate the leverage required to keep the power in the jab. By keeping your arms straight while you punch along your power line, you generate the most power with the jab. Beautiful technique from Gennady Golovkin. Now pay close attention to the hip rotation of Canelo. You will see how a combination of stepping the lead foot, rotating the hips, and driving your arm in a straight line from your shoulder down to your knuckles generates the most power on the step jab or on virtually every single one of your punches. So you see that hip rotation from Canelo Alvarez. Now your power line runs from your shoulder down to your pinky knuckle. But because your pinky knuckle of your little finger is the weakest of them all, Most trainers will suggest trying to land your punches with the knuckle closest to your pinky knuckle, and this brings in all three of your knuckles for a great punch. So we're going to take a look at your power line. So this is a visual demonstration or an image of the power line. Notice that it runs from your shoulder down to your pinky knuckle, which is on your little finger. This is your power line. And this image shows you that you want to aim to land your punches with the second knuckle, which brings in both the middle, the pinky, and of course the second knuckle, as I previously said. This gives you the most power on your punches.
Point of the fight, round of 7 underway, and as is often the case when you have a conventional fighter, and there is Canelo dropping trouble with a straight right.
Please make sure you click the red button to subscribe to my channel if you already haven't. Then check out some of my previous videos, or you could check out one of my more popular videos right now. Or you could do absolutely nothing and go out to the outro music.
Killers and they some jag boys. My niggas, they killers and they some jag boys. Don't call my phone for a feature, I text, you know it. Stalking bitch up on my line, I had to press ignore. Ran around with the slammer, never paranoid.